Okay. We are back. I am refreshing. We're good. All right, we're back. Things have calmed down. Okay, we're good. It just bugged. That's good that that can happen. I'm glad that can happen. That's fun. It's also loud as balls. Not even worried about it. A little bit of bloody blows action there at the end. Unlucky. It's just so fucking cooked, bro. My DPS. Hitting 0s and 7s. Goofy ah. Bruh. Okay. Just don't move, I guess, is fine. I just realized that I have the wrong chat open, and I've been not responding to you. It is karma, bro. I totally forgot that's how YouTube works. Like, I pop out the chat, right? And I'm like, man, maybe they just didn't want to tune in for the last part of the stream. That's alright, they can go live their lives. But no, you have to pop out the other chat because it's a new stream. It's not the same stream chat. So, whoops. Hoping you're learning Osmosis by Yama. Yes. I hope you also learn Osmosis by Yama. I know that's not what it said, but I thought it would be funny to read it like that. Yep, that was just me being a noob streamer. Through and through, just being a noob streamer. My bad. Not ignoring. Was just over here like, huh. Guess they're chilling. Whoops. That's awkward. YouTube streaming is a little complicated, not gonna lie. I have to use OBS and Streamlabs so I can multi-stream. Twitch is much simpler. I'm dead to that. I'm living. I'm over here fiddling with things. I'm just gonna assume I'm still on cycle. I think I am. Because I had tick delay there. This feels correct. I think my eat delay would carry over that long. The more you fucking know. Wow. This trip was just law runes. Huge! I'm reach. Law runes and supplies. What am I killing? Nightmare or something? What's that about? That's crazy. I was just fucking streaming for 30 minutes. Like, yeah, no one's talking. Oh well. Swag, dude. Love that for me. Ooh. Realizing I left with this in my inventory, so I didn't even pre-pot. Do you think I cur? Now we have a sick post pop. Be here in Spirit. Fight caves? What are you doing? Slayer task? Go for a CA. What CA are you gonna go for? Fuck. You got your first one last week? What are you waiting for? At least you got it, though. Nice. I should go for speed time and fight caves one of these days. I feel like that would make it pretty interesting. Actually, I probably can now with T-Bow. I should do that. I have a Zuck task first, though. The first fire gave it max combat minus max prayer. Now I'm dealing with the sunk cost fallacy of buying the unlock. Buying the unlock. Oh, for Slayer, yeah. I mean, it's a decent task. Bought it, turned it off, and then paid for it again. It's crazy, bro. Takes you 50 to 55 minutes. Oh, man. That'd be a fun stream to do, honestly. Doing some fight cave speeds. You just gotta learn to be reckless like me. Makes things very entertaining. By entertaining, I mean costly. Can't believe I corrected that. Holy. Some saucy clicks. Bah. Shoal rune. Thanks. Massively regretting. Are you standing in the middle of the arena with a blowpipe? If not, then I understand why you would be regretting it. Stand in the middle with a blowpipe, literally give a shit about nothing until Major Ranger spawns. And then give a shit about nothing, rush the Ranger with Protect Mage on, and you're chilling. Corrupted Bofa. Okay, put a blowpipe on. Blowpipe everything. Shoot. McShooter. Or wait, are you an iron so your darts are low? Never mind. Maybe don't do that. Got no darts. Nine. Okay. Let's do it. Blowpipe into a McShooter. Or a McShooter with a side of shoot. Blowpipe feels weird since... Wait, what nerf? Like the nerf from 6 years ago? I didn't even play back then. I have no frame of reference. Oh, what am I thinking? Oh, no. Why did I think it was blue? I confused myself. Oh, well. Deserved. Zero plans to ever do Inferno. Ah, just wait. I'll get a guide out and I'll break it down real easy. Everyone, and I'm not kidding, everyone blows the difficulty of Inferno way out of proportion. It is just not... It's not that crazy, bro. I don't know what to tell you. Inferno's not that crazy. I don't know why everyone... Every guide I ever watched when I was going for Inferno was like, this is going to be the hardest thing you've ever done. You can do this. I promise, if you just listen to me, you will be able to do the impossible. It's just, it's not that serious, bro. It really isn't. I am fully confident that anybody with, like, zero information could get to wave 30 of the Inferno. I don't do Delve 50. I do like Delve 20, bro. I promise. I was a big noob too. I promise I was big noob. I didn't know what I was doing, but I had a Bofa, and I was like, I don't really like this Chambers content that I bought this Bofa for. And I don't really like this TOA content that I bought this Bofa for. What else can I do with it? And then all the Inferno guys came up, and I was like, ah, shit. Here we go again. And so that's what I did. I went from, like, actual poop tier PVMer to just doing the Inferno, and I was like, oh, I understand the game now, and it's really not that bad. That's all it is. It's just a misunderstanding. A simple misunderstanding. Ouch. But you're also not, like, forced to go do the Inferno. It's not a big deal. Or Coliseum or anything. It is okay. I do still fully believe if someone can clear a Delve 8, they can clear Inferno and Colo. Like, genuinely. Once you have the information in the palm of your hands, executing it is way less difficult than executing anything in the Inferno. Or wait, I said that wrong. Delve 8 execution is way more intense than anything you will do in the Inferno. And that's just a fact. I don't care. Already for prayer bonus was nice. That's true. Prayer bonus is nice. But yeah, the capes aren't really like humongoloid DPS increase or anything. They're just nice. And they're permanent, right? So it is good. And over time, it is incredibly good that you got it. But I think going from Fire to Infernal is less important than going from nothing to Fire. And Assembler to Quiver is kind of whatever if you're still on Bofa and Blowpipe, because it just doesn't fucking do anything, which is really stupid, but here we are. See how my Colo run goes. You can see how it went on the guide. In the description, there's some unlisted videos of all my runs in that set. But yeah, I'll do like a budget one at the very least. Budget-ish. Probably do that next week. I should have Scythe by next week, so I can at least send some Scythe runs. And yap about Coliseum to anyone that has questions. All I know is that one guy came in on Tuesday and said, thank you for the Coliseum guide, and got their quiver because of it. Like, that felt awesome. That was sick. Big fan of that. Next time it will be you. Typing in the fight cave is the most reckless? Hell yeah. Ah, shit. Wait, can I solve this? Oh my god, I think I did. That was what we call thinking on your feet. Holy. Ah, shit. I didn't fix it. Never mind. That's called thinking on your dumbass. Because that's what I am. I just forgot what I had to do. Love that for me. Oh! I should be dead. Tanking. Start an iron before thinking about Inferno. That's valid. Iron is the way for a lot of people. Especially if you need to like reignite a passion for the game and like do new stuff. Iron's a good way to do it. Log box. We'll save that for a special present at the end of the presentation. I always try to understand the fear of dying in the video game. I guess if you're like used to the old death mechanics and losing all your shit, but like that doesn't exist anymore, you can always just go back to your gravestone. So then after that it would be like loss of time. But then I'm like, well, what else would you have done with that time? You didn't waste it as long as you like learned about why you died, you know? It feels bad. For sure. Getting to wave 63 in Inferno and dying felt really bad, I'm not gonna lie. But I was like, well, if I made it to 63 once, I can do it again. And then I can kill Zuck. If I did 1 damage, I can do 1 billion damage, you know? That kind of vibe. Bit of Jad Sims prep. was extremely helpful. I could see a Jad sim being pretty helpful to let you learn animations and figure it out. Rather than getting thrown into the fire and be like, what is that animation? Oh, I'm dead. Oh yeah, speedrun worlds. I always forget those exist. Ended up majoring in English, sure enough. Minor in children's lit. Graduated with honors. Because I wanted to write the book. So I wrote the book. This is what my current profession is. Author. I write the book. Indeed. I have written 9 novels since graduating in 2020... 2020. 2019? 2020? Something like that. I wrote 9 novels in, like, 5 years. And I need to write the next one very desperately. But it got backburnered because YouTube was doing fairly well. I definitely don't have things figured out, trust me. I sort of had to call audibles because the traditional job market was really weird. Because I graduated college directly into COVID, right? So nobody was hiring, nobody knew what the fuck they were doing. So I got shit out of luck, and I was like, well, okay, I guess I'll write some books in the meantime while the world's trying to figure out what the hell it wants to do. And so I did that. But that ends up giving you a 3-year gap in your resume, which is super bad and does not look good on any potential employer's eyes. So the job market is a struggle for your boy. I have the mage safe spotted, so I have time to type my hot take on English. Getting published, I'm self-published. I'm not traditionally published, so it's very simple. It's just upload your manuscript, get it, you know, formatted properly, and you're off to the races. Writing the book is definitely the hard part. Just being disciplined enough to get it done. So I at least got that going for me, which is nice. Oops. Didn't get any shards today, by the way. What gives? Think that teaching things like Romeo and Juliet in 9th grade English is a bad idea, and I think a lot of the classics we teach should be deprioritized. I agree. I think it should be an option if you are interested in those things, that you can do it, but there should be different things taught in high school. I think my college curriculum was more in line with what I think we should be teaching starting in high school. It's more about, like, worldly things and injustice and all that other stuff. Like, what being a good human is. And this is what bad humans were doing. Instead of, read this fuck-ass book that you don't want to read that nobody cares about anymore. I hate Shakespeare, by the way. Overrated. Not interesting. I think there have been billions of people born since those classics, and we've had a lot of time to write better works. Reading old-style Romeo and Juliet written is not useful, and I think the garbage classics just turns people off reading. It can, yeah. Yeah, Shakespeare sucks. Well, most of Shakespeare sucks. There are, like, some gems, but It doesn't have any relevance to anything in modern day, and like, yeah, you can study it and learn it and figure out prose and, you know, ABC storytelling, kind of just like simple storytelling, but there's nothing very deep in Shakespeare, in my opinion. The Hunger Games is a gem. We had to study that in college. I give Hunger Games like a 7.5 out of 10. Hey, bird. Hush. Yeah, I had a really good college curriculum. We read a lot of, like, minority authors' works who would not get the spotlight, who aren't necessarily bestsellers, but they have really, really good works. I found my favorite poet in college, Reginald Shepherd. Nobody knows who the fuck Reginald Shepherd is, but he floored me with an opening line of one of his poems that just said, "Steal all you can from the gods." And I was like, wait a minute. That's a bar. Very grateful I avoided English in undergrad. I did AP Lang junior year, then did dual enrollment and took English 2 at a local college. There's good stuff. There's good stuff. There's good books. There's good essays. There's good poetry. And I think it does get drowned out by the classics. And some of the classics are good. But some of the classics I just don't. I do not vibe with. I think they're a pretty large waste of time. Yeah. Anyway, it's 8:30 and I haven't had dinner yet, so I'm gonna go figure out dinner. I have a 1.06 billion. Actually, how much is a Scythe right now? Well, it's coming down a little bit. 1295. I might be able to grab that. You work for Amazon under the Kindle department? That's where I self-published. KDP, baby. It's definitely not easy to get recognized, but at least it's accessible, and I'm glad it's available. But yeah, I need to go get food. You'll have to hold that thought for next week. Next Tuesday. I think, hold on, let me check my calendar. Yeah, I'll still be here. I'm doing like a July 4th thing. Little cookout thing over the weekend, but I think I'll be good. I don't think it's going to impact next week's stream. All right, I'll remember Kindle next week. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out. GL on your task. Go fast. Die hard. I'm going to go get dinner. Later for now.